Broadway World started in May of 2003, so we're just about 15 and a half years in. Probably just continuing to grow and growing in a sort of an intelligent way that's not just chasing cheap traffic, but sort of building quality traffic. And with all the different platforms out there and social media networks, trying to figure out which buckets are the most valuable and how to chase after them while staying true to our brand. I mean, we cover everything theater and live entertainment. So it's trying to sort of stay true to our core beliefs of, we're here to promote theater, we're here to promote live entertainment and shows all around the world, not necessarily to chase sort of like either cheap celebrity traffic or other things that wouldn't be core to our mission or core to our readers, that might get short-term eyeballs but not build the long-term growth of the company. Sure, we started with Ezoic last summer. We were working with a different company that was handling our header bidding that wasn't keeping up with our needs. They had sort of a team based overseas that we were dealing with, and to get answers to questions and problems it would sort of be a 24-hour to 72-hour cycle, which obviously was too long for what we were doing in the internet world. And it felt like we just weren't making progress with them. Like, it was sort of like a set up and plug in, and let's deal with problems as they arise, and let's maybe talk once a year. So Ezoic, who had been sort of, I guess, flirting with for a couple of years, when they finally got the tech needs that we had established, it was okay, let's give this a shot. The results have been great. We started with sort of a guarantee that we weren't going to lose money from our previous solution, and we actually wildly exceeded that, which has been wonderful. Working with the team has been great, so we're in a 24/7 Slack channel, and it feels like we have partners that actually understand the publishing world, as opposed to just a service company that's optimizing advertising. They understand stuff like bounce rates and keeping people on the site longer, fitting in with our direct advertising, and just understanding the needs of a publisher. We love the ad tester feature, which is something I had been skeptical about, sort of understanding how it would work in theory, but actually seeing in actuality where it's showing more ads, where it's showing less ads, how it's driven up revenue without actually hurting user metrics has been exciting. We're also big fans of big data analytics, which has been interesting to match up with our internal CMS stats and with Google Analytics, just sort of look at 3 different data points and, okay, this is consistent between all 3, what can we learn from this, and how can we raise the numbers in an intelligent fashion. This will be my 3rd. I was here last year before I was a customer. I actually spoke at Pubtelligence in California. I did so well there that they didn't ask me to talk here today. And so this is my 2nd in New York. It's interesting to hear from sort of real-world cases of other publishers. So other tech conferences I've been to in the past have been either a little more theoretical or a little more marketing-oriented. This one you're sort of hearing more from people that are actually doing and facing similar challenges. So it gets the thoughts sort of percolating as to how does this apply to our world, no pun intended, as well as just learning from the different partners that are talking today. It's always growth-oriented, but we're trying to grow more intelligently this year, primarily using data. So we're all kind of overwhelmed with too much data that can be interpreted in almost any way, shape, or form. And this year, I think, or hope, we've gotten better with looking intelligently at how do we grow regionally in other places, how do we grow our core audience of Broadway fans, how do we grow on email, how do we grow on social, how do we grow by search, what's the most valuable visitor types. So I would say it's using data intelligently, which is very hard to do for all areas of our business, so we're not just wasting time and resources, but being hopefully smarter than we have in years past. there's risks of sort of chasing after cheap traffic or trying to keep up with what a platform is doing, so going all in on a Facebook or going all in on video. I think the biggest risk is sort of chasing after a cheap short-term trend as opposed to focusing on almost like a brick-and-mortar business of getting more people to become regular customers. So I think the biggest risk is veering off course. And there's uncertainty with privacy regulations, the ever-changing advertising ecosystem. Many places. Digiday is one of them. Good average readers of Ezoic's blog and a listener of their podcast as well. The SEM rushes and the Moz and the different established, safe to trust search sites like that, always trying to find consensus from intelligent people, not just, oh, I heard from this, my third cousin that this worked on this site, or don't do this because somebody said it in a forum. But we try and stick to the safer, established sources that either seem to know what they're talking about, or you're hearing it from enough known intelligent people that you're not going to do something stupid just on a whim. Try it out. We were skeptical. I'm happy to say we were proven wrong, which is always exciting when you're proven wrong in a good way. So we're happy customers, happy partners, and hope to be so for many years to come.